everybody, SoCal Thero here. Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Today we're going to be driving our Freightliner truck. I'll get out here so you can see it, the Freightliner Cascadian. There you go. And it's still set up the way it used to be. Except this one gives you the option to put some window tint on it. So I put some window tint on it. I didn't want to start off with us outside the cab there because it's, as you can see, it's pouring its ass off today. We are unfortunately doing something boring and taking empty pallets yet again, but I wanted to do this because we are all the way up here in Bellingham, Washington, and our delivery is all the way down to Los Angeles. So this one's going to be a pretty long route. I don't know if it's going to be covered in one episode or two. I've turned fatigue off so that way we don't have to stop to rest or get interrupted by what's it called? Oop, I reset the track IR there. There we go. Get interrupted with yawning and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a 1 or 2 part episode. It'll kind of depend on the length, and it may cut out just out of nowhere. Oh, you know what? I never... Okay, yeah, I do have the... I was like, let me make sure I have the trailer before I do that again. Here we go, for 1 hour right now. You can see, and it is, like I said, it is pouring its ass off right now. So we got a pretty long commute ahead of us, but luckily, this is pretty easy. We just have to take one freeway, and that's it. We're going to be taking the 5 freeway all the way down, and the 5 freeway, for those of you that don't know, actually makes its way all the way up into Canada there. So it's kind of the reason why I wanted to do this route. I wanted to be on something that would kind of my wipers there. They seem to be calming down now. Or rather, the rain is. I put a different mod in for the visuals for rain, which kind of still making it hard to see out the sides here for the mirrors, but I mean, so be it. It's gonna be a thing. Oops, I'm gonna get in my lane here. But yeah, I wanted to do a route that was kind of long, kind of like just went down the notorious 5 freeway that goes all the way down into Los Angeles. And this was the only route I could find. The only other one I could find besides this one was one that took it to Sacramento, but I wanted to go all the way into Southern California. I guess this isn't a light? I'll get dinged here in a second. It doesn't look like it's a light. It looks like it's just a yield for oncoming traffic. There we go. It looks like the rain's stopping now, so I can key for that. There we go. Oh. So I'm still got one setting. Get over here and get on the freeway. I decided to leave the road texture map or mod in, so I was kind of on the fence about it. I know I'd asked you guys about it. I kind of am enjoying it, so I decided to keep it in. Change that so I can see my speed. I have enough fuel to make this trip, if I saw right. Yeah, it's 1,243 miles, and I believe I have a fuel range of about 3,000, so I have more than enough to get there. But we're gonna focus on our speed right now, so we don't speed. I had to speed to get up here to pick up this job. It was quite a trek. It was a good 2-hour drive, but about 2 tickets later, I got here because I didn't really obey the traffic laws for speeding up this freeway up to 5. Oh, that's somebody broken down over here. Give them a little bit of space. Oh, you know what? I didn't. Woo! I'm getting too far over. I didn't adjust the mirrors on this thing. Oh well, it is what it is. There you go. We'll go the posted speed limit. Excuse me. Because, I mean, why not? It's the posted speed limit, and then when we get to California, police tend to be pretty lenient for 5 miles over only, so... Alright, cool. I can bypass the way station. So, oh, and speaking of police. There's a cop right there. But they tend to be pretty lenient when it comes to speeding if you're 5 miles over. So pretty much if I have a straight shot, ooh, the tires and wheels are disappearing on that Taurus. I have loads there. Oh, now you're gonna speed up. Okay, I thought I was gonna have to go around this dude. But yeah, they're pretty lenient about it. If I don't have to stop for a scale, if I don't have to pretty much stop for anything, should be able to just maintain this speed all the way down there. Let's see here. Yeah. Some cars coming that way. I think, actually, let me take a look and see. It says we're due to arrive Thursday at 10:49 a.m. So this is pretty much almost a 24-hour drive right here. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna have a lot of issues. I could tell where I need to clear my throat. It's already bugging me. But yeah, with the 24-hour run, we would only be able to drive for 10 to 12 hours. So we would have had to stop twice, which would probably put this episode, or put this run in about 3 episodes. I've done that in the past. It's just, excuse me. I don't know how much you guys want to see something like that, or how long it would hold your attention. So I decided I try to take the fatigue off, so that way I don't get tired. And we'll just say that we had a good long rest before we took this job, and we're gonna sleep as soon as we get down there to our drop-off. Obviously, in real life, you want to do that. Got my lights on still from the rain. I can turn those off. There we go. Yeah, so I got about 2,093 miles on the range, so we seem to be good there. We should be good. Excuse me. Well, how's everybody's week going? You can let me know in the comments below. Mine's been pretty good. Had a good Labor Day weekend. Always good having a 3-day weekend, you know. Just get to relax and have that one extra day off. Ooh, got some flipping issues with the road there. Very strange. But yeah, it's always good to get that one extra day off, you know, just to recharge the batteries just a little bit more. I had a 3-day weekend, but my wife's birthday was the Friday before the weekend, and we threw her sister organized, one of her sisters organized a birthday party for her, so I was mainly working on setting that up on my Saturday, because the party was on Saturday night. So yeah, that was a bit to do, needless to say, but luckily I get an extra day to be able to relax and not have to worry about going back to work. The work front, man, it has just been busy at work. It's a convention center. All too well with this uniqueness to the map. Let me drive under it here. Yeah, it's just been crazy as hell at work. Drive south. There we go, so they can hear. Our volume was pretty high last year. It's like doubled or tripled this year. It's just been kicking my ass. I don't know if it's that or the fact that I don't have a counterpart yet for first shift to help me out. It's kind of everything for both shifts is just landing on me right now. Oh. Come on, Cruz, catch it, catch it. There we go. I must say that Washington and Oregon, probably Washington the most, and then Oregon a good second place, have been my most favorite DLCs for this game so far. They're just, I love all the greenery around here. I just love, like, I'm not moving my head as much so it doesn't move the camera around while I'm trying to drive. I'm using my eyes more than anything, but just looking around, I love seeing all the greenery, all the shrubs, all the trees. It's just nice seeing all that nature. I'm hanging out in the middle lane here, but I think the right lane might be ending, so I don't want to get over just yet. Oh, maybe not. There's a way station coming up, though. And there it is. Gotta pull into the way station. Take that off. Slowing up forward. Give you a little J brake there. Not much with this truck. Oh, may have given it a little too much. Every time I pull in here, though, there's usually like a trooper posted up in here, and if you come in too hot, they'll definitely write you a citation. Whoops, didn't mean to kill it. Meant to do that. There we go. 75,726 pounds. There we go. Back out on the road again. Yeah, see, speed limit's 15, now it's 25, and I'm doing 27. I'm just trying to get up to freeway speeds again, because look at this lane, it just dumps you right into here. And it's probably, yep, and it's 60 again. Need to get over again. Oops, let me put that off so soon. I think I need to look for some mods to change signage out. Some of these billboards, even if it's outside the Steam shop. It'd be pretty cool to have something that's more aimed to stuff going on in real life. I don't know, it just makes it feel more realistic with that. Oh, there's the dome again. Drove past that a couple episodes ago. This game is absolutely beautiful. All the stuff that they put in it, all the landmarks, all the just everything in it. They give you a lot to look at, while at the same time, when you're making long treks like this, it doesn't feel like you're really making that long of a trek. Like, we're up here in Washington now. Before you know it, we'll already cross over into Oregon, and then after that, we'll be just resting into California and be like, whoa, what the hell? Last time I was paying attention, I thought I was still in Washington. Because I've done this trip once already off camera. Not this exact one. I did one though where I can't remember the town I ended up at, but it was just outside of, well, it was just within California. And I was driving, and I didn't have fatigue turned off at the time, so I was like, oh, I gotta make this work. Like, I was trying to make it to where I could get there in one trip without having to take a rest stop. And I made it, and I was like just kind of really hauling my ass off to get there. Oh, great, of course. I forgot to turn that off or down. It's an unexpected event on my route. Thank you. Yep, here it is right here. Clear. I have to go around. Try to do it a little legitly this time. And GPS is adjusting for it too. Hopefully this is the one and only time we have to do it. Well, that sucks. We're on the 101 now. We didn't get to stick to just the 5, but you know what, truth be told, that's probably as realistic as it can get with the 5. Those of you that don't know, the 5 and SIG alert are two words that go together very, very frequently. At least out here by like the Los Angeles area. It's always bad. There's never a time of day where the 5 isn't all jammed up. Oh, I remember this. We did this a couple episodes ago too. I didn't know where to, and I had to sit outside my truck here so I could see it. It was really weird the way that this intersection works. Something I'm definitely not used to. My signal on? Let me see. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Can I see the... Nope, can't see it from here either. Sounds like there's a helicopter nearby. You guys hear that? That's strange. And there's another truck behind me too. There we go. Back on the highway again. I've been down here before. I know this road. Struggling up that hill. There we go. So for the last time that we drove this truck, it was one of the times where I had just the beefiest, most horsepower engine in it, regardless if it was actually something that would have been a thing or not for this truck. So went different again. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Again. Okay, no, we're not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. Yep, I'm gonna hit your cone. I'll put my hazards on so you guys know I do not care, because I am not doing this again. It's trying to make me go all the way around. Nope. You guys can write me a ticket, whatever. I'm not doing it. I know it's not legit, but I definitely hate those things. Oh, there's the event. I thought the event was right back there where we had to transition off. That's why I was doing that. Oh, man. See a fire truck up here. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. My track IR is messing up at the same time too. We're going to the right. Ooh, my track IR is really messing up. Oh shit, I see why. Hang on. Yeah, it's gonna do that. Hang on. There we go. Like the clip came off of my hat. Squeeze by this really tightly. We got a life light here. That's probably the helicopter I heard. Oh my god, this is totally not safe. I would have been killed. I definitely would have been arrested being down here like this, but ain't got no choice. For the sake of video and recording, I had to do that. There we go. Sorry. Hopefully they make it. Got to remember to turn those off next time. I mean, it's another unexpected event? What? I didn't even turn them up, so I'm not sure why I would have a second one coming up here. Screw it. I'm going to keep driving. I'm just going to keep driving. Yeah, I got to remember to turn those things off. They're so annoying when you're recording. There's no way I could hold somebody's attention span for 2 hours of me just talking and driving a truck and getting rerouted all over the damn state just to get to my destination. There's definitely like a, I want to say like a reflection issue with this glass over here on this truck. I don't know, it's very weird. It's very strange. Where did that guy come from? Did I pass the on-ramp already? I was thinking I didn't pass an on-ramp yet. Well, this guy can't make up which lane he wants to get into, and he's driving slow as hell trying to get on. Drive safely. I did, minus going next to a helicopter. Man, I hope I don't have to blindside this in. I'm gonna have to adjust my mirror if I do, because that's terrible over there. I usually try to keep my mirrors to where I can see a little bit of the body of the truck. Like the driver's side here, I see way too much of the body. I need to see just a little bit of it to know where the body line is, or line ends and or begins and the open space ends. And this would be a really cool truck to have on GTA 5. That wouldn't be too bad. It's a lot of work though. On the GTA 5 front, let's see, what else? What's been going on? Oh, geez, is the bridge up? Down? Prepare to stop when flashing. Okay, it's not flashing. We're gonna make it. It's moving really slow too. Then again, oh, the speed limit changed to 50 on here, and I'm doing 62. Hopefully it's just on the bridge. I'm gonna lose my momentum for a bridge. No, we're gonna be speeding a little bit. Okay, there we go, 55. Oh, what in the hell is my track IR doing? This like loses the sensors. That's what I get for bumping my hat. I had an itch on my head and I bumped my hat and it knocked the clip, and now it's losing its shit. So yeah, on the GTA 5 front, I'm recording this episode and a few other ATS episodes, and I'll probably do some car mechanic simulator. I've been thinking about going back to House Flipper because I do have the Garden update. Kind of want to give it a try. I did play it a little bit off camera just to see what it was like, and I did enjoy it. Just I don't know. And by the time this video comes out, who knows? There might be an episode or two on there on the channel with it, with me doing gardening work instead, or just doing a complete house flip and including garden if they have it. I think that's one thing I haven't noticed yet. And then again, that's just with like missions. Like I've been doing the missions, like the story missions. I don't know if you can do work outside the house and inside the house. I'll have to check that out. I may end up having to do that after all. But yeah, on the GTA 5 front, I've been working on the SIP cars diligently. There's been a few issues with the LEO cars. I'm not sure, and by issues I mean like just like little minor fixes that I need to do, bugs to work out that I've been doing. I'm not sure though by the time this video comes out. Oh man, we are really speeding our ass off. Let's slow it down a little bit here. Really coming up on this fire truck. There you go. It's 50 through here. We'll kick it down to 55, 54. But by the time this video comes out, I'm not sure if it'll be released or not, but if you enjoy OCRP's LEO vehicles that I built for them, the vehicles themselves will be released. The liveries that we have will not be released, so it's not a one-off of just like everybody can take OCRP's liveries and cars and just throw them in their server and call themselves OCRP. But the cars should be done and out or close to it by the time this video comes out. Gotta get over here real quick. Not having a passenger side mirror is not helping. Continue on the 5 South. But yeah, they should be released to the community. They have different liveries. I'm not the biggest fan of the liveries they have, but I couldn't find anybody that would be willing to take on making the livery so quickly for me. And they do look kind of rushed. Some of them do look kind of rushed, but I mean, the reason that I don't care is because most communities that want the cars, they just want the cars. They don't want the livery. So they could care less about the livery. And I'm including the template with the file too for Dave, so when he uploads it, everybody can make their own livery, because I use different templates than the default ones. I don't know why. I guess I just like to make things harder for myself. but yeah, those should be out or coming out pretty soon. At the time of this recording, I had the new vehicle liveries back, had them applied to the files, and I was taking pictures earlier of them for the upload, so there's a preview of what they look like, as well as writing the credit files, so that way all the people that have been so supportive of just releasing parts and whatnot, 3D model parts for developers to use. Oop, that was for me adjusting in my chair, that's my fault. Get over, this looks like an exit only lane, and it was. But I had to put all of their credits in as well, which was a lot because I used a lot of stuff in building those things, but I mean, it's the least you could do for them being so generous and releasing that stuff unlocked for me. It's less work for me to have to do, and some stuff that I wouldn't even be capable of making, that's for damn sure. Been working on the civilian cars for them, as you've seen in many of the beta testing videos. Still getting near towards the end. At the time of this video recording, I mean, of course there'll be videos I released before this one of like stuff I made progress with. The last one that I finished up was the 1968 Camaro, and along with that and the Chevelle, I need to do just minor adjustments so the front end isn't sitting so high on it as opposed to the rear end. But yeah, as of this recording, the 68 Camaro's done. I still got about, I want to say 14 vehicles that are approved to do, and that's just on the your everyday life driving cars. A couple other things that Jeff asked to see if I can make them. And one of them I kind of stopped, and you might see it already. I don't know, it depends how fast I make it, but hey, one of them is like a little motorized scooter thing, like, you know, for people that are disabled or are crippled. You know how they ride around on a scooter instead of like a motorized wheelchair. He asked me to make one of those, and well, he said it'd be cool if I could make one, and then I kind of put one together real quick using the Faggio and the caddy, or the golf cart from the game, and kind of Frankensteining it together. So far it looks pretty good, but it's still got a long way to go. I haven't even tested it in game yet. I've just been putting it together. Then again, it's pretty easy to do. Those things are usually consist of a handlebar like a bike or like a motorcycle, so you can steer it, and then 4 wheels and a seat and a battery. So it's not like there's a whole lot to it. Yeah, these reflections in this glass are really strange. You can see all the tree shadowing in it. Oop. Driving off the highway here. Looks like it's starting to get dark too. Gotta keep an eye on the recording time too, make sure we're not going too far over. In fact, how far do we got? We still got 887 miles as of here. We're in Eugene, Oregon, I believe, if I saw that right, or we're close to it. So we're already in Oregon, if that is correct, like I thought it was. Let me see. Guess we can look in here. Newport, yeah, I believe so. Well, like I said, before you know it, we'll be down into California. California will probably be the longest part of this trip. I know going through Washington, we fly through it pretty quickly, other than an accident that the person was getting life flighted out with. You know what? We're not even going to get over. This truck is not going fast enough for us. Oh, I didn't even see what time it was. What time is it, too? 7 o'clock? We better, you know, lights turned on here, too. It'll be dark before you know it. So yeah, making the, back to GTA 5, making that motorized scooter for him. If he wants it. I made it, I do like a rough draft and kind of send it out to him and let Jeff take a look at it and see. And if he's pretty stoked about it, then I try to get it pushed out as quick as I can if it's something he wants to see, and then make any suggestions or edits that he wants as well. Back to the LEO cars, the Highway Patrol is actually going to be getting 2 new vehicles for me too eventually once I get the Civ stuff done. It's not new vehicles, it's just going to be remakes to the Charger that has the Mark Charger that has the livery and the roof bar, and the Chevy Tahoe for Highway as well. They're going to be changing over from the Javelin bar to a Valor bar as well, like the real life counterparts do for Florida Highway Patrol. It's really hard to gauge like what Florida Highway Patrol uses for equipment, because they have Javelin bars, that's what they used to use. And somebody told me they used Code 3 Defenders at one point, which that was kind of strange. And I know they use a Valor bar now too. And then also they have settings so they can run all red, all blue, red and blue, all white, white and blue. Like, it's just all over the place. You can't really get a defined color combination using default GTA sirens, so it makes it kind of difficult. We'll be making minor changes to that, and then a few other changes to some of the PD cars per the request of Mr. Sid Ryan. He had a couple ideas that I thought were pretty good, and Jeff thought they were really good too, and Jeff said to go ahead and make them, so we'll be doing a few more adjustments on those as well. And then for the channel, I haven't started yet, but I will be starting to record more LSPDFR here to get my next wave of batches going and kind of build up my my amount of episodes I have, that I don't have to worry about releasing content for you guys. That way I have a nice backlog and it can release on time into the schedule, and that way you guys aren't missing out on anything. Been really happy that you guys have been enjoying it, and it just validates even more. And I know not everybody likes to watch this series that's on my channel right now. They like to enjoy LSPDFR, that's why most of them are here. But I do appreciate you guys taking the time and checking out some of my other series as well. Another vehicle inspection? Damn it. I can't see what that is. There we go. Jeez, is that even... What the hell? Okay, is he... Are you gonna go on the skip? Come on, dude. I hear a helicopter again, I don't like that. There's not another life light somewhere that's gonna block my route. It took forever, they must have found his ass. There we go, yep, I haven't changed. Okay. I guess I gotta merge for this guy, so wait for him to go. Oh, sorry about that. Scratch behind the ear. Oh, maybe that's what it's about. Helicopters for the other side of the road. Maybe the end of a police chase or a pretty bad accident. Can't really tell. It looks like a truck, maybe. Something to do with the truck. Oh well, can't be a looky-loo. End up having an accident ourselves. But yeah, again, I've been really grateful that you guys have been enjoying the content I release, and especially grateful for those that have decided to like kind of view outside the box or the realm of what they are interested in, which is LSPDFR. I do plan, I know it's just sitting there, it's a playlist, and I get asked all the time when I'm going to record some content for GTA RP, like with the OCRP, which I do plan to do. I still plan to do that. It's just, I take my development work for them very seriously. Basically, if somebody wants something and I'm going to be the person that makes it, I like to really focus on that for a few reasons. One, I'm not thinking about it when I'm trying to do something else. Like if I'm doing GTA RP, I'm gonna be thinking, oh, you know what, I should do this, or hey, this wasn't working right. This might be the way to fix it. Which is just something. It's just a fault of my own. It's not really anybody's fault. That's just me, basically. And I'm gonna have to get over. This guy's really poking. He was quick to beat me out of the scales, but he's slow as hell on the highway. But yeah, I do plan on bringing it. It's just I want to get the development stuff. And development, the thing with development is it's never ending. There's always something you can do to improve. There's always something new that you can add. But I just kind of want it to be in a better place to where it's not so much, but just very little that's dependent on me. With me discovering how to use vehicle mods to my benefit, to one, add even more content to vehicles, to help people out with not having to use extras for vehicle like mods that they want to just keep on the vehicle itself. We're speeding our ass off here. Let's just do 5 over. And with discovering that, just kind of took all the Civ cars I made before and made them obsolete, and I need to be going through and remaking them, which is what I've been doing. That's what those videos are that you guys are seeing all the time. That are basically titled beta test, whatever year car it is, and then for OCRV is usually what the title is. Because the playlist it's in is the playlist I use for like publicly released stuff too, that I plan on releasing to the community. Civ cars for OCRP, I can't really, there's some I can release, there's others I can't because they're private models. So I can't really release them and then take credit for them or anything like that. Like that, it's definitely not something, like it was given to me by the person that made it with the appreciation that I would keep it private. And being that OCRP is a whitelisted server, it's pretty much as private as it gets. Like you have to be accepted to become a member. It's not like it's a public release or a public server, so they don't have most authors don't have a problem with that as long as it's behind something like that. But there's others on there, like you guys have seen, I've made like retired CVPIs, what else, Dodge Chargers, like most LEO vehicles, which stuff like that I can release and it's fine because it's already a publicly released model. The mods on it, like the stickers and the body kits and the seats and stuff like that, all of that was made by me, so that shouldn't raise any concerns. I just have to credit the person for the actual vehicle model itself, which is what I'll be doing. How long will we? About 38 minutes in. I think we might have to stop at the next rest stop and then make it a 2-part episode, which is Medford. And on the next part of the episode, we'll be starting in Oregon, and we'll end up at our destination. Kind of pull over here and see. When we get to it, it's actually a little ways. Have to slow down here. These guys poking along, blocking the entire highway, losing my momentum in the process. Because these guys are racing up ahead. Come on, man. Somebody just give and let somebody else get by. I hate when people do this in real life. And me being in a truck and riding in the left lane, I would absolutely want to shoot the guy driving it, because I'm like, I'd be like, why are you in the lane poking along? And it's not my fault in this case. It's just because there's 2 trucks competing for it up there right now. Like, this Jeep's probably really pissed off at me. I just gotta say sorry about you. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to get around everybody here. Yeah, I don't want to get off here just because that's going to be... I'm going to have to fight my way back onto the 5 here. See at the next one here. We get another rest stop. Yeah, that one's off the highway right there by the IHOP. Or I think that says L-Hop. looks like something finally gave, so I'm putting my foot into it right now so I can get by these guys. Hopefully this Jeep driver is very patient with us. And then on the GTA 5 front, going back to, actually, you know what? On the GTA 5 front, I'll discuss the other part in the next episode. The other part of it I was going to talk about too, relating to the channel. But yeah, as far as the Civ vehicles go, like, that's always going to be a thing that needs to be, like, that's always going to be a thing to work on. Like, I originally started out with 13 Civ vehicles, really right in this dude's ass too. Trying to get him to speed up. Come on, dude. I started out originally making 13 of the vehicles before I discovered this mods list. Now, I want to say I'm up to about 20 or 25 now for the IRL Civ vehicles. Oh, something going on over here too. Please pull in for vehicle inspection. There it is. I gotta get hard into the brakes to get on. Sorry, dude. I gotta get over. Last minute, I need to get weighed in right here. That was nice of him to do. Of course, there's a rest stop on the other side where I could have stopped. Looks like we got one coming up, though. We'll go to that one. Oh, we gotta go into this lane. Can't bypass it. Guy here. Here, helicopter again. Nope, nothing there. Jeez, talk about just cranking out of here. Pulling and get ours done. There we go. Yep, still haven't changed weight. Same weight. But yeah, like the Civ vehicles, going back to that before we end this episode, like I had the basic 13, I had like an Evo 9, a Skyline, the Beamer, the Escalade, the Jeep, the Silverado, like all of those vehicles that are on there now. And then to help the LEOs out blend in a little bit better for like slick top and undercover vehicles, Jeff made the suggestion that we should do some retired / LEO vehicles for Civ, so that way they kind of blend in a little bit more. It was noticeable that when the CVPI is like one of the most purchased vehicles on the server because of how cheap it is, because it's hard. Like, I mean, some of the cars are pretty expensive, but it's one of the ones on the cheaper side, because I mean, it's a used Crown Vic. It would be cheaper in real life, but when you see so many of them out and about, you really don't know, is that one of the cops in their CVPI, or is that a Civ? So pretty nice. It kind of makes it harder for them to know what makes like for the Civs to know if it's a cop or not. I still got a little while. I keep clicking my GPS over to see how far it is. I thought this guy wasn't going to be speeding up, so I was going to try to pass him. I feel really sorry for the guy behind me because I see him coming up and right in my ass, and I'm not going anywhere, and I'm pegged out right now. My foot's to the floor. I'm trying to pass this guy. At this rate, I'm going to make it to the rest stop after I get done passing him, and I'm basically going to have to cut him off. See, the speed limit's 55. I must have missed the sign, but I'm assuming we either have or we're about to cross over into California. Also, if you guys are really interested in this run, I know it's turning into 2 episodes. It's kind of a bummer, but yeah. See, I called it. I got past him right when I had to get off for the rest stop. As far as release goes, I'll most likely, like, I'm good 99% sure that I'll release this episode, and then if it releases on a Wednesday, the episode on Monday will be this, the second part, if it releases on Monday, the second part will release on Wednesday. So it might be a little boring for some people that like to see something different other than American Truck Simulator all week. Oh, discovered a new town coming into here. Turn around here just so our truck's ready to go for the next pickup. We're not going to rest or anything like that because I have the fatigue off. I'm just going to pull over here and then I'll end the episode here and then I'll start it up on in the same spot. So it'll still be night when we go to take off. Let's go ahead and kill our lights. We'll just leave our secondaries on. Get out and take a look. We are parked really terribly, but that's to be expected. I didn't plan on staying here. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of American Truck Simulator. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought. Until next time, I'll see you on the second part of this episode and this run down to Los Angeles. Until then, take care.